What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another build video, and dare I say this may even be the best build right now in 1.6. For me personally anyway. You might have just seen in that clip at the start, I don't know if I was able to get one of the best ones because I wasn't recording all the time, but hopefully I find a clip that shows you how good this build is, and how much damage you can get with using this setup, and it's just crazy good. Now on this specific build right now, I'm using the Vector 45 ACP. Other guns that are good is the converted SMG 9, that's really good. Even the PP19 is really good. MP7, MP5, all good stuff. I just use this Vector because it's a nice hard hitting gun, and the higher base damage, the more advantage you're getting from the 24% base damage boost that you get with using the specific high ends I'm using right now, along with the Skulls MC gloves. Now let's go on to my build. First of all, let's start off with my chest piece. I'm using the Reckless chest piece. This does make me even more squishy, but it increases my damage by 8%, which I'm definitely not going to turn down. If you are not comfortable with being as squishy as I am right now, go for the Bart's Bulletproof Vest. It does a similar job. It will increase skill power by 10% if you have no skills on cooldown, so you'll have, let's say, a better pulse or a better heal. Then after that you'll have a little bit more damage, and then after that you'll be able to survive a tiny bit more. But personally, I just believe that Reckless is the way to go for this glass cannon DPS type build that I have going on right now. And trust me, it's not even that bad, the extra 10% damage. If you, like me, are good enough at avoiding bullets coming towards you, then you're just going to absolutely dominate the field using this build. And that's why I've got such low toughness, which I do know it can be a problem. Like for instance, in PvE, this build's absolute trash. Don't even try and use it. But in PvP, this build absolutely dominates. And I do believe this is the build that I used to hit my high score. I was using the SMG 9 with slightly different perks, I think. In fact, I have my SMG 9 right here, and I didn't actually go over my perks anyway. This is the SMG 9 that I got a 34 kill game with and a 24 streak. It's pretty insane, and I really like it. And this Vector, this is the perks, this is the god perks that I tend to go for an SMG. It's hurried, so you can get that really quick reloads, really handy. Deadly, to increase critical hit damage. It's hands down the best perk you can get on an SMG now. And Unforgiven is just literally one of the best perks for PvP, because you just absolute shred, especially with this build at low health. You just kill everything in your face. And another thing I just want to quickly go over before I go over the rest of my pieces is this is my stats outside of Last Stand. In Last Stand I have around 320 toughness and about 500k DPS without booster shot or anything. With booster shot that goes up to 540k and like 340k toughness, which is insane numbers, especially with that DPS. Nobody can survive over like 2 seconds getting shot by me, and I love it. I really do like it. It really fits into my playstyle, and I hope you guys try out a glass type build like this yourselves and see how good it is, because it's awesome. For my backpack, I'm using the specialized backpack, and I've rolled for skill power just so I have a little bit more skill power. I am actually thinking of rolling that to health, because I don't necessarily use my skills the way they're meant to. It is handy to give me a little bit better of a pulse, but a little bit more toughness might actually be a lot more advantageous in this situation. since I have such a low health. So that's something to consider. For my gloves, obviously I'm using the Skills MC gloves. So this is what makes the build so good, paired with Reckless. Altogether, as I said at the start of this video, that gives you a 24% base damage bonus, and that's an insane amount. And as you see here, I've got some pretty good gloves. It's got the Road to Firearms, got SMG damage, enemy armor damage, and crit hit damage. Ideally, I'd like the enemy armor damage to be crit hit chance, but you know, can't win them all. Next, my holster, I'm using literally the best holster ever. It's nimble. This will save your life if you actually remember to use it, which I never do. But it's insanely powerful right now in 1.6, since your heal is really crap unless you spec into skill power. This is usually your main method of getting healed up and will save you in a lot of situations if you utilize it. Another good thing about my holster is I actually managed to get a new holster that can roll with crit hit chance, and so I now have more crit hit chance, and I won't turn that down because I'm using an SMG. Another thing I might want to go over quickly is my mods. They are all firearms mods, except from 2 stamina on my chest piece, and for my performance mods, I've got 2 pulse crit hit chance and 2 6% self heal ones. So that just helps out overall in the build. For my knee pads, I'm using accomplished knee pads with health, shock resist, damage to elites, so pretty good knee pads. If you have a good pair of shortbow championship pads, definitely go for them. As you see here, my theme pads are actually my only piece of armor that I have rolled to stamina. This is just so I ain't completely useless when coming against somebody that gets a jump on me, or since I have a little bit more survivability overall, to be honest. If I was going for a pure glass build, I would be going for, say, these, which would shoot up my DPS, but at the same time it's going to really severely impact my toughness, and I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. It's something I need to play around with and see if it's good, but I'm really comfortable with this build the way it is right now, and that's obviously why I'm doing a video on it. And last but not least, I've got my Ferrous Oxygen Mask. You may have realised that flame turrets are everywhere in Last Stand, as well as the Flame Burst Seekers, which can now one-shot, unfortunately, which I disagree with. I don't think an autopilot skill should be able to one-shot somebody. Severely injure, yes. Demobilize, yes, but not one-shot. It shouldn't be doing that amount of damage. That was the issue before, and I don't want to see that issue come again. This 1.6 is really good, but it does have a few concerns, such as the striker shotgun and some of the skill builds that are surfacing are concerning, and hopefully they get addressed soon enough. But anyway, obviously with this Ferrous Oxygen Mask, as I was saying, since that skills are everywhere, you can still kill people or kill the turret through getting burned, and it's really useful. It also has crit hit chance on it, which obviously makes my SMG perform even better, which is definitely a plus. Just quickly, I want to just show you some of the stats. I have 35.5% crit hit chance with 99% crit hit damage. Another thing you might want to see is probably the toughness and mitigation. That obviously all this gets normalized in Last Stand. You get brought up to 35% weapon mitigation, and I don't think your health changes, it's just the mitigation and stuff. So that's just a quick look at that in case you're interested. For my abilities, I'm using the Conceal Pulse, or Scrambler should I say. This is really handy because it stops people getting a bonus with their pulse onto you, as well as hiding you from the screen and radar, so you can get a jump on people a lot easier, as well as you do more damage to them and they can't pulse you, so technically speaking they don't do as much damage to you, and that's something that's really valuable with this build, since you are so squishy. That's also why I'm using booster shot, as well as the fact that it gives you a huge amount of increased DPS, which is handy in 1v2s or before a fight or something, just to absolutely annihilate somebody that's in your crosshairs. But the increased damage resistance is also really handy when in 1v2s, etc. Just so you can be a little bit more survivable, and that is ideal. Yet again, as with all the builds that I do, it's completely optional what sig you want to go for. You could go for a tactical link, which works really good because you'll just destroy everything that's in your crosshairs. You can go for survivor link, which is handy because you know you're squishy, extra 50% less damage, as well as a lot more movement speed. It's really handy, especially if you're going in 1v2s, etc. And recovery link, yeah, again, it's really handy to be getting a constant heal, as well as a 40% instant heal, as you see there, as well as reviving any dead teammates around you. It's really handy. They're all really handy, to be honest, in different situations. For my talents, I'm using my usual critical save, combat medic, precision, and on the move. You can change these to whatever you want. These are just my comfortable talents that I like to use and fit my playstyle. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. And before you leave, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a like, share it around or something, and maybe even, like, you know, popped over to my Facebook and you know, said hello or something. That'd be cool. All the links and shit is in the description, and except from that, I will see you guys in the next one.